Hi guys, this is Squad 6110 and today we're gonna talk about food expenses. Japan. One of the most sought after travel destination in the world. But what about the cost of living here? In this video, we're gonna break down the expenses of living in Japan from daily necessities to monthly bills. And I hope it will help anyone who is thinking of moving here to get a more realistic idea for their planning. Let's start with the basics. Food. There are a lot of convenience stores in Japan that you can go to have a meal. A meal at the convenience stores can cost you around 500 to 800 yen. Being famous for having everything under the sun, Japan's convenience stores also have a plethora of food for you to choose from. You can find choices like salad, Western cuisines, Japanese cuisines, Chinese cuisines, and depending on the seasons, there might be seasonal special. There are also frozen meals that you can pop into the microwave. And if you're lazy to cook rice, guess what? It's all ready for you. Wow! Oh, and how can we forget? Starbucks! So here are some of the examples of the money you will spend at a convenience store for a meal. Depending on the choice of your food, it can cost around 350 yen all the way to 500 yen. And as for drinks, I've excluded alcohol. But if you're just talking about cola, juices, and iced coffee, it can easily cost from 130 all the way to 280 yen. And if you're talking about Starbucks, well, it would cost a lot more. And if you have a sweet tooth like my wife, definitely desserts is on the menu. And it will cost you around 130 yen all the way to 350 yen depending on how premium your dessert is gonna be. So in total, it will cost you around 600 yen and all the way to 1000 yen on the food that you can find at the convenience stores. There are other alternatives such as McDonald's, KFC, Moss Burger, and even local fast food chain like Yoshinoya, Matsuya, Sukiya. They often will set you back about the same price as you spent in the convenience stores. There are also apps like Smart News, where they have coupons inside that you can use on these fast food joints to get discounts, which I often use to save myself a couple of bucks. If you're looking to save more money, supermarket would be the way to go, also known as Super. You can generally find much cheaper option here, such as a 200 yen yakisoba, and some karage, which is fried chicken, and of course some katsudon, and my favorite, katsu sandwich. And if you're a sushi lover like me, this place is gonna be heaven for you. Without having to pay for the premium of going to a sushi restaurant, you can find all the types of sushi that you like here. And look at it, it's cheap, right? Hora, oishisou desho? Fun fact, do you know that local meat are more expensive than the ones that are imported? If you don't know, now you know. After very quickly introducing supermarket prices, now let's have a breakdown. Let's take a look at how much you would spend as a single at the supermarket. Without the hassle of cleaning, without the hassle of cooking, you can actually get a meal, a pretty decent meal in fact, for less than 500 yen. If you pay attention to the drinks, these are the costs for 1 liter and above. So for a standard drink, it costs around less than 100 yen or even 120 yen. And of course, these are prices of ready meals, and I've excluded the fact that you can actually buy groceries and cook. So I've included an example of a family of 3 to 4 people who prepares the meals at home. For simplicity, and to keep this video short and concise, I'll break it down into a weekly expenses of 8,000 yen to 12,000 yen. If you'd like to know detailed breakdown about this, please comment down below and I'll do another video about it. This is in fact my family's expenses per week, and per day, per person, it will probably be around 280 yen to 450 yen. How affordable is that? Now, time to time, you will want to pamper yourself and you want to dine out. So let's take a look at the cost of dining out. But please note that I've excluded izakaya. As a rule of thumb, do expect to spend around 1,000 yen to 2,000 yen whenever you dine out. If you find yourself spending 2,000 yen or more on each meal, it just means that you're living the life. So I hope this gives you a clearer picture on the expenses on food in Japan, and on the next video I'll talk about the expenses on rental. じゃあまたね